Learn from an attorney what the worst kind of bully is and what you can do when faced with one. Kids, get your parents. They need to see this. Hi, I'm Stacey Storino, an attorney since 1998, certified life coach since 2015, and the leader in legal coaching that turns people into effective advocates for themselves and their loved ones when they're bullied, special needs, or both. Woman 101 stands for wisdom that turns victims into victors. Now, let's get down to what the worst kind of bully is and what you can do when faced with such a person. Stay tuned until the end of the video so that you can learn about a method to stop bullies after all else fails. Yep. There is a method. I'll say up front that I've done a video about how bullies are made and not just simply born. So if you haven't seen that one yet, check it out. It lays down a nice foundation for the points that I'm making here. The bully that is oftentimes the worst is the attractive bully or the popular bully. Studies have shown that when a teacher downplays bullying or otherwise views it as kids being kids or just horseplay, well, bullying thrives and incident rates skyrocket. The attractive bully is someone who is very well integrated in his or her peer group and may very well be popular or, at the very least, the majority of the student body be seen as super friendly. That doesn't mean that they can't be cruel to one or more members of the student population, though. The trouble with the attractive bully is that they are easy for school faculty, staff, and even administrators to ignore or mischaracterize. In fact, researchers call this sort of bully the type that can be hidden in plain sight. They often have a variety of friends and otherwise can possess good social skills, be athletic, and or be very attractive. The bottom line is that what many victims complain of is absolutely true. Bullies are often popular, good students. So it's human nature for a lot of faculty and staff when a low-status child reports abuse by an otherwise well-liked, high-status child, many school personnel blow it off. Later, when they're asked about a victim under such circumstances, they'll say, "But she's always all right when I see her. He's over-exaggerating. I don't see the big deal." But that does not mean that nothing's really happening, of course. Meanwhile, teachers and administrators may improperly discount the reports of victims. The trouble is, inaction is perceived by victims of harassment as an affirmation of their low social status, of their being supposedly unworthy. Ineffective action is also perceived by victims as an affirmation of the power of their harassers. So, both lead to humiliation and hopelessness, which of course lessens the incentive to report the attackers, especially when they're an attractive or popular bully. But that's exactly what the victims need to do. They must report their tormentors and continue to report them. If one faculty or staff member doesn't listen, they need to keep telling until they reach one that does. They need to keep going up the food chain, so to speak, even all the way up to the principal. Why? Because bullies are addicts. They're addicted to bullying. And a video that I've made goes over why such bully addicts can't and won't stop on their own. So they must be made to stop. The law is there to protect citizens from abuse. So sooner or later, the bullies and even the bullies' families can be forced to stop. Juvenile detention or even outright prison time, and can even be made to pay money for what's been done. But if victims don't report abuse and collect all of the evidence they possibly can along the way, the abuse will just continue when it doesn't have to. So that's why kids have to tell their parents or guardians too. This way, whether the school is completely cooperative, but the bullies won't stop anyway, or the school doesn't want to get involved, or anything in between, in one sense, it doesn't matter. The parents can take steps to shut the bullies and even their nasty family members down. And my enemy remedy system shows them how, step by step. If you do nothing, things are going to get worse. If you do something persistently and consistently to fight the bullying onslaught, sooner or later, one way or another, you'll win. Gaining a support system that exists both on the school campus and off of it can keep a bullied kid safer. And when all else fails, it's time to call in the cavalry, meaning having at least one adult who can serve as your advocate with the school system and, if need be, the police and the court system. You can't ignore bullying. It won't go away. Every study and survey shows that avoidance has no upside when it comes to bullying. And I've got a system called the Enemy Remedy that can help you or the ones who love you out big time. So make sure you check out the link down below in this video's show notes for more details. I would love to hear from you. Have you ever dealt with a bully like the one discussed in this video? Share down below and let's have all of the Woman 101 Wise Owls love up on you and give you support. And if you like this content, please remember to support me on Patreon so I can continue to provide new material on a regular basis to help victims of bullying everywhere. Remember, Woman 101 stands for wisdom, turning victims into victors. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video, and share this with anyone you know who could use some support. Woman 101. Be wise with your heart.